The camera. Lynette Oxley here for Tactical TV. I'm here with Paul from Gun Owner South Africa, GOSA, and I think we probably will get a guest appearance by Uji again today. Welcome, Paul.
Hi, Lynette.
I know you've been rushing around like crazy today.
It's Santa's tired now. Santa's been delivering, ho ho ho, people out there. Santa's been delivering books to the branches of Safari and Outdoor, and to Pretoria Arms, Waterfall Arms, and Dave Shear Guns. Right up, Scrappy will be in the stores for your Christmas shopping this weekend.
You can also order it online.
And you can order from us, and it makes a great Christmas gift for the kiddies. Yeah, ho ho ho.
We've tried to make it as cheap as possible, but unfortunately the printing costs have been absolutely ridiculous.
So apparently when you're not printing stuff in China, it costs twice as much. So the South African print industry is a little bit on its knees, but that's not encouraged them to drop their prices. We decided that we would be patriotic and buy South African, etc., with the printing, and it's costing us, and I'm afraid that's the way it is, guys.
The hard covers are going to be 330 rands, and the soft covers 220. On the hard covers, we make absolutely nothing.
We literally make nothing at all.
But we would like to get
but we can't. The hard covers are great gifts. They are great. They're great signed gifts. When you buy them, if you ask them to be dedicated to a child, or to a big child, or to children or something like that, just give us your message. We'll have them dedicated and signed by the author, who is Lynette, coincidentally. So this is Scrappy the Land-Rover is the bottom rung of our children's program, our gun-friendly South Africa children's program. The whole idea is that you can't child-proof guns. You can't make a gun child-proof. A child will always find a gun. A child will always find a way to hurt somebody with the gun if they find the gun and they don't know what to do with it. However, you can gun-proof the kids in exactly the same way that in grade school we teach children, look right, look left, look right again before you cross a road. You're not teaching them to drive, but you're teaching them about cars. You're teaching them how to be safe in a world that has cars in it. Badges and stuff like that.
Awesome shirts for the kids.
We have great shirts. We're having molds made of the little Scrappy model. And of the two kids, Kirsten and Mandla. So we're putting merch out into it. We want the kids to enjoy this, but that's the first rung of our Gun Buddies program. The next rung of the Gun Buddies program is our introducing children to the shooting sports in a safe way. And we're doing that partially also through the school sports shooting associations, the Air Rifle, the SA Air Rifle associations, etc., etc. And then when the kids get to an appropriate age for real guns,
which is 12,
which is about 12, we have a program to introduce them to firearms at that stage. We're also working with the Waterfall Arms Shooting Scouts idea, where they've got a whole bunch of, they're starting a shooting scouts movement, and they're talking to schools and stuff like that, and getting .22s back into schools, or getting kids from schools to come and shoot .22s at the range. You'll remember that at our Firearms Festival a month and a half ago, we had a Gun Buddies range staffed by junior range officers. They're actually fully qualified range officers, but they're juniors. And they were shooting .22s. They shot a .22 Glock 44. They shot a Smith & Wesson M&P 1522, the little AR clone. and they shot a 12-gauge shotgun, nogal, but with 21-gram loads, which are very light loads.
Which was
And
sponsored for us
we
by
had
Nissan.
which was sponsored for us by Buccaneer, the ammo, because it's very hard to find that underpowered a load. Anyway, and we had a 3-year-old kid shooting the shotgun. A 3-year-old.
Was it the shotgun? No.
Yes.
Shotgun.
He shot the shotgun.
I didn't see that.
Anyway, so amazing. Nobody got hurt. Everyone had fun. But they understand the difference. And this is also part of the gun buddies thing, that the difference between a toy, a Nerf gun, for example, and a real gun. So we're trying to, we have to break that, notion that's out there, that guns, toy guns aren't dangerous, aren't real guns. We have to start teaching kids that even with toy guns, they have to treat them like real guns. And if we can do that, we'll have scored a huge victory.
Just maybe going back to the 3 and 10-year-olds, we're actually rolling out a program within the next 3-4 weeks. Hopefully, we'll have to see how our time goes. We're doing a jingle, like we've done the jingle for the Girls on Fire event. We're also doing an awesome jingle. The lyrics are nearly finished, very much on the Eddie Eagle, but our own take on it from Scrappy the Land-Rover side. Telling kids that when you find a gun, what to do, stop,
Yes.
Don't touch, call an adult. So we'll have guns are not toys, guns are not bad. We're going to put that through into the lyrics.
Right.
We're also going to do some videos on that we will be showing at creches and at schools.
Yeah, we've been
and
invited into creches, guys.
and some schools, and also in terms of gun shops, we'll go and do programs where Scrappy the Land-Rover will be read in a video format. We'll have some videos showing what the difference is between shooting, for example, a watermelon with a Nerf gun. And what's the difference, stuff like that. So yeah, there will be scrappy toys and other kinds of things.
We discussed that.
Okay, that's it then from Gun Buddy side, I think.
So yeah, guys, Gun Buddies is a great program. It's a fully fledged program. It has multiple elements in it. It's been thought out over years. This is where we need to get to. Then what else do we have for you this week?
We talked about the what do you call it? The legal principle of
Impossibility.
Do you want to talk about that? Was
one of the GOSA founders, Brett Northcliff, an old varsity buddy of ours, actually, coincidentally, came up with this. He's got a very sharp legal mind. So he was unable to renew his car's license because COVID, license offices closed, blah 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 blah, here and there. Not impossible, but it was very, very difficult. So he looked at it and he said, "You know what? Hang on a second. I won't." So the police arrived, or the traffic cops stopped him on the road and they fined him, and he said, "Fine, deliver a summons, please." Summons duly arrived. He pitched up in court. And he said to the magistrate, said, "So you guilty?" And he said, "No, I'm pleading not guilty." He said, "How can you plead not guilty? You didn't relicense your car." He says, "Yeah, I'm pleading not guilty on the basis of impossibility." And the magistrate said to him, "Hang about. Yeah, it's difficult, I'll give you that, but it's hardly impossible." And he said to him, "Your worship, so since Section 33 of the Constitution was enacted in 1996, the legal definition of impossibility has been changed. Impossibility now there are now criteria which determine whether something is possible, legally possible. And those criteria are things like reasonableness and time frames and just administrative action.
And what does that make us
Remember
think
the
about?
licensing, and this relates to cars, but it also relates to everything else. Every administrative action has to have those three components in order to be consistent with Section 33 of the Constitution, which guarantees us just administrative action. It has to be reasonable. You have to be able to do it without too much hardship. And guess what falls for? And it has to happen within a reasonable time frame.
And
guess what doesn't accord with any of the three of those?
Absolutely not.
Firearm licensing. So the magistrate listened to his argument and said to him, you know what, you're right. Case dismissed. The legal definition of impossibility is governed by Section 33 of the Constitution. This is something which our legal team has jumped on. And I suspect that this is going to make an appearance in court papers in the very near future.
That's interesting. Anything else?
Okay, so we haven't yet finished our papers on the declarator for
What constitutes a license?
for what constitutes a license. And we're thinking of building this impossibility clause into that as well, because if something is impossible to do, you can't be expected to do it. If it's not possible to renew a license, if it's not possible to jump through a hoop, you're not expected to do it. You can't be held to be complicit or to be legally responsible if it's impossible, if it's technically impossible to do.
How many times have your members gone to a DFO and it's been closed, or something?
Well, exactly.
Something is not 3-4 times they would be sent away. So
oh no, we're getting it now. Oh sorry, everyone from the DFO's office is off on the Christmas party now. Sorry, that doesn't freaking work. When you're providing an essential service and you are the only service provider, you have a monopoly. Remember, you can't go to any other DFO. You have to go to your DFO. And you arrive at his office, you take time off work, you arrive at his office. Sorry, he's not there. Oh, sure, make an appointment beforehand. What happens when they don't answer their phones for 3 or 4 weeks? Which they very often don't do.
Yes,
Then what? It's impossible. They've created a system where there is no access to administrative action. Anyway, so yes, impossibility will make a feature.
Okay, so I think next week the GOSA offices I think the Thursday is a public holiday.
That's correct.
So Friday the offices are closed.
Yes.
So we'll probably do this on Wednesday, maybe a short.
But we'll be open again on Monday.
Monday, exactly.
Right up until the 24th we'll be open. But we will be closing next Friday because, God, everybody takes a long weekend. Yeah, you know, it's just silly.
So we'll try, if there's anything important, we'll do
Correct.
this on Wednesday afternoon at about 2 o'clock.
Correct.
But we'll keep everybody informed via Facebook pages.
Absolutely. Guys, and go out there and buy Scrappy the Land-Rover for the kiddywinks.
It supports GOSA and gun rights, and it also gets the message out there for the kids.
And the first edition is going to become a collector's piece. I'm not aware of any other organization in the world that has a proper children's book. I know that Jews for the Preservation of Firearm Ownership in the States have the Grandpa Jack comic book series, but those are comic books. Yeah. This is a proper Christmas present type kiddies book, something so that your kids will treasure, something that's very well made, it's very well written. It will last a lifetime. It's something that they can pass down to their kids. It can become a learning instrument for your family.
Corsi is already telling the story. He's 4 years old and he walks around talking about the book and saying guns are not toys. So hopefully we can get that message out between the 3 and 10-year-olds, and that's the message. Anything else? That's it.
That's it. That's all from me.
Great, thank you very much. Signing out for Tac Shack Tactical TV. We'll see you soon. Cheers, guys.